Following 2,000 years of Confucianism in Vietnam, historical roots shared with its neighbor to the north run deep. But the relationship with China has become increasingly unsteady the last few years. Anh Chien Lung has been a tour guide in the capital for 15 years. Dedicated to Confucius, the Temple of Literature is a frequent stop for visitors. But in 2014, Anh's company suffered a 75% fall in Chinese tourist traffic because of the territorial dispute in the South China Sea involving China, Vietnam, and other countries.
For the Chinese people, it depends on each year. It depends on the relationship between the government. And you also know that in recently, the relationship between China and Southeast Asia, it changed a lot.
As a result of the souring relationship, Vietnam has been embracing America's pivot to Asia. 40 years after the war with the U.S. ended, the relationship with its former enemy has never been better. The U.S.-fronted Trans-Pacific Trade Agreement is in the final stages before being signed. It will remove tariffs, making trade between the members easier and cheaper. Vietnam, which is one of 12 nations in the pact, is positioned to hugely benefit economically. The agreement could also loosen Vietnamese ties with China.
The relationship, economic relations between Vietnam and China is over dependence. But we do hope that with TPP in place, and Vietnam will have more and deeper relationship.
That partnership can now include American military equipment. The U.S. government lifted its ban on weapons sales to Vietnam 2 years ago. In the dim global economy, Vietnam is glowing. It's one of the fastest growing economies in the world, and that, along with TPP coming online soon, industries like apparel and textiles here are looking to take off.
For every 1 billion of U.S. Textile and apparel export will create about 100,000 jobs. Export of textile and apparel from Vietnam will, exceed 40 billion by 2020.
That's 1.5 million more Vietnamese employed in the textile and apparel industry alone. So as the Communist Party chooses its leadership for the next 5 years, the younger generation hopes growth and good fortune in Vietnam continue.